Happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone out there listening. Hope you and your family are creating awesome and new memories. I'm going to get out of the way to bring up our visionary, our CEO, and I put a double stamp on visionary this morning. Girl continues to amaze. I'm going to let her tell most of that story right now. But I've known her now over almost 18 years. Cannot believe that. In December, and she made an impact the first day I met her because, guys, she had just fired her boss the day before, earning six figures. Yes, that's right, six figures, company car, corner office. But guess what? That no longer was serving her or her family. She went into social selling full time and was able to devote the time needed to be and spend precious time that she would never get back with the what most important person in her life. That's her son Tariq. And so then went on to become MVP of three companies, building teams in over 46 countries. And then in 2017, coming back to corporate America to be the CEO of a cannabis company. And 2019 pivoted into founding our own company, Wakanna, now Akana. And guess what, guys? With all of that said behind her, guess what? The future and the biggest is yet to come. And without further ado, I'm going to bring to you our CEO, Melissa Boston. Are you out there?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am out here, Phyllis. Oh my goodness. It is so exciting waking up this morning, just looking at all the possibilities that are ahead of us, Phyllis. And thank you so much for being there this weekend. It was so epic. It was so amazing. And I have to give it back to you. I mean, Phyllis sits here and she's so humble, so gracious, giving me these accolades. But Phyllis not only is our CSO, our midwife, our first diamond, first double diamond, helping everybody give birth to unlimited possibilities. But I really think about in the beginning, when I first met you, had no idea you were actually even a part of my team, but I knew you were someone who would go far in that business. And I'm telling you what, it was just great when I realized, wow, you're a part of our organization. And you would go on and break record after record, helping your team succeed and so many people, hitting those big ranks. So just appreciate you for all that you do here at Akana. And I want to thank everyone out there for waking up this morning to Akana. Yes, it is Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you guys had a safe and happy Memorial Day with your family. Thank you for all of our soldiers who sacrifice their lives every day going out and fighting. And those who passed, we want to give honor to them today and every day. Also, too, as we're pushing for the end of the month, we're closing out actually a new chapter. I know we've been a little, patiently waiting, right, for the new Akana. Last week, I gave you a chance to preview it. So hopefully you wrote that website down. Every day they've made great progress, guys. So really phenomenal progress being made. I know I've been utilizing it as a great selling point, and people are fired up because when you think about a company and a brand, that website is really your credibility, guys. And so we really want to give you the best, okay, of the best. And so if you didn't write it down last week, I'm going to give it to you again, okay? So you can write down akanaglobal.com. Now that will change over to akana.com, but we didn't want all of our customers to going out there and accessing that. But if you go to Akana Global, and the one thing too that I will point out is, it's amazing how there's so many steps, right, that have to be done in order to get something done. And when we first started on this project, it was just great, phenomenal. We were so excited. In fact, the sales team of the other companies were really great because they gave us timelines that were like so perfect, right? But there's a lot of other things that had to be done just because we're not just building a site, guys, but we have an internal infrastructure behind the scene that then has to all get connected properly. And so that's what they're waiting on, guys. It's like the site's done. You can go on there. Yeah, there was some issues at first with the sizing of the words on the banner, but outside of that, they did the work. But now it's just a matter of that shopping cart really coming together with all the correct labels because we have so many SKUs in our back office. So now it's that conversion of linking up all the products with the correct labels so that when you look at it and you click shop, it's going to actually show the Akana products. Right now, when you click shop, it still says Wakanna because that's the switch over they have to do once all of them are synced. And so again, we're learning a lot, okay, in this process. But what's exciting is this month, for the remainder, we're going to actually give that back to you in the form of a benefit, right? And so what does that mean? That means today is what, Monday? We have Tuesday, we have Wednesday. In fact, as I'm saying this right now, let me go ahead and just do this real quick. We were talking with the team, really looking at what did we want to do, as it relates to the strategy for these last 3 days of the month, okay? And so what I can tell you, let me just check here and make sure, because I don't want to say it until it's all, and in fact, I'll probably announce this officially at the end of the call because I want to make sure it's all the way done before I put it out there. But I'm going to announce what we're going to do for you, what we're going to do for the team these last 3 days. I know many of you are working to drive Frank. You're working to finish your gold. You're working to finish your platinum, your silver, all the different ranks. And I'm telling you guys, sometimes when things are delayed, it actually can work to your advantage, okay? And this is going to absolutely work to your advantage because we're going to do something pretty unprecedented, but it's going to allow you to really get reconnected with your customers, kind of let them know what's about to happen, but let them know don't wait. There's reasons why they're going to want to go on your website today. They're going to want to go on the website all week until Wednesday. And then guess what happens, guys? On the next day, on Thursday, they're going to actually be able to see the new site. And you're going to have a chance to really get them excited about that because not only do we have the new website coming, but there's some other features also that's going to blow you away. And in fact, I found a little link here. So let me go ahead and do this before I say this officially. So let me just tell them go. Boom. It just happened. So here's how it will work. From $1, so you have to spend at least $1, all the way up to $398, guys. Okay, we have to do that because we do have product packs. And if we do it too high, it'll impact our product packs. And so anyone that spends between that amount of money, so if you have more than that you want to spend, place it in 2 orders. That's all you got to do. Remember, the shipping is free anyway, okay? So just place it in 2 orders. But you're going to receive an unprecedented discount that we have not done, okay, since 2019. We're going to give you this week. So you want to get all your favorite products, right? You want to go crazy this week, but we're going to give you a 30% discount today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. This is all the way through the end of May. On June, you're going to be on the brand new site. So there's going to be a discount, not that discount, okay? So for those of you waiting, you can wait. But guess what? You're going to be able to do something today. So happy Memorial Day. We're going to give that to you. And this is only effective today, not yesterday, not the day before, but for today, which means go find something that you might want to buy. I know there's some exciting new products that are coming. Some of those products are not yet available, okay? So what does that mean? That means you're going to want to take and find the products that you're using today, and those are the ones you're going to want to buy. If it's not on the website, guess what? That means that product is not available for sale. So get excited about that, guys. And so as we're all getting excited, let me get into today's topic. First, I want to talk about Wakanna. Means in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. Our vision is to elevate the well-being of your body and soul. And so now you know the Memorial Day special from today through Wednesday. Okay, you want to drive that into the end of the month as we're preparing for the switchover. Okay, now last week, I want to pick up actually where I ended last week. Okay, so last week I talked about this dream I had, and I was really working to figure out and interpret what did that dream actually mean. Okay, I was jumping through those windows, right? You know, because they say God closes that door, opens that window. I was jumping through windows, right? And all of a sudden, I walked up to this big, grand door, this skyscraper building, right? And at that moment, right, had a couple conversations, but then what happened is I woke up from the dream. I woke up from the dream, and it was like, oh, my goodness, what's in that building? And I think I stepped just one little foot in, and I opened my eyes, right? And it was like, what is it? And I kind of knew I was feeling what I was preparing for, but I was still unaware of completely what was inside that door. Now, after that call, so many of you reached out and called. And if you called me, I gave everybody the same talk. I said, listen, I know you're fired up like we are. You want to come with us, but you got to buy your flight. Buy your flight. Guess what? If you buy your flight, hey, we'll figure out the rest, right? We'll figure out the rest. And a few of you bought your flight, okay? Sylvia, Sylvia bought her flight. She was so fired up. And I'm telling you what, if some of the group from Roanoke is on the line, I'll actually tell you guys in a minute to unmute yourself because we definitely want to hear from you. But what we experienced, okay, Phyllis, Sylvia, Kathy, myself, and then the success line. The success line was the people really behind the reason why we were there, right? I mean, Stookie. Think about Stookie. If it wasn't for Stookie, none of this would have even happened, right? But then there was somebody who brought Stookie in, and that was Jesus. And then there was somebody that brought Jesus in. That was Willie. And so guess what? That success line was there. What was so amazing, though, instead of, me flying down there, because initially, we were supposed to get together and talk, but I said, you know what? I want my group to come. And so it was a group of us having that ability to walk through that front door together. Okay, I want you to imagine, okay, so the dream now continues, but we're no longer dreaming because it's that the vision is manifesting, okay? And all of us, we were locked arms, right? And we are walking through together, able to see something so powerful, right? So powerful. And when you think about our business and where we're at, we know that we've done some incredible things, right? We think about the team that we had, this phenomenal group that came together to say, hey, listen, we're going to create a multi-billion-dollar brand. We're going to go out there and revolutionize this industry. We're going to go out there and do something different. Bring a brand that's refreshing, where people love to be, right? Where we can have a fair comp plan, really treat people the way people deserve to be treated, and have products that are revolutionary, game-changing, okay? And so as we're walking through together, and all of a sudden we're able to learn about those pieces that we need, because here's the reality. We all, are excited about where we're at, but we know we're going to 100 million. We know we're going to 1 billion. And again, the vision is there, but then we know the provision comes from our source, right? Our creator. And we know that every step we take is ordered, okay? We know that we walk by faith, not by sight. And sometimes when I think about this business, I think about the fact that we oftentimes know where we're going as it relates to the vision, but every single step, guys, that's oftentimes something you have to stay in deep prayer, deep consultation, walk and talk to other people. Because again, there's a team that's going to get you to 10 million. Then there's a team that's going to help that team work together and go to 100 million. And then there'll be some more people God sends our way to go to 1 billion. That's how it works, okay? And so at the end of the day, as we walk through there, understanding that, wow, the manufacturing contacts that we're going to need to go to that $1 billion, we now have access to, right? Some of the financial contacts that we're going to need to take this to $1 billion, we now have access to. Logistics that we're going to need to take this to $1 billion, we have access to. The marketing, the sales, driving leads, the sales team, the elevator pitches, all the components, guys. Do you know, as we walk through that door, a gentleman who's been featured twice in Time magazine, on the cover of a magazine for his success in driving revenue, driving business, driving sales and marketing for billions of dollars, guys. We're talking about a gentleman who understands so much about the network marketing industry because that's who he is. He's a network marketer who's personally recruited over 3,500 people. And so what's exciting, when we thought about where we're at and the power of this team right now, we knew it was just a few more people God was going to send in order for us to really take it to that next level. But here's what was really powerful. And I know the team had goosebumps, guys. I mean, goosebumps. I mean, there were moments in which we cried, moments in which we laughed. But guess what? When it was all said and done, everyone was clear that we are moving in a direction that's going to take us to $1 billion company, guys. Because the bottom line, of course, the success line, you're probably thinking, wow, this is great for Stookie. This is great for Moshi Moshi. This is great for Willie and Beverly and Shannon and everybody above that team. That is awesome, right? But here's the reality. He said, listen, while yes, we're going to help, build that success line, right? We're going to offer some great things for them. But here's what we do. We love building the success of companies, which means we have to help everybody win. We have to go into those businesses that are bleeding right now. The person that's on the phone right now and they're looking for something, they're praying, and everyone's telling them no, they've not yet linked up with someone, or maybe they're just so shy. They haven't had the courage to go out and walk up to people or talk to people or market or reach out to people on Facebook. He said, we want every person's business to win who has a burning desire. Because if they have a burning desire, we have to help them achieve their goals and dreams. Now, of course, there's going to be people who want it but aren't willing to work for it. So there's going to be some rules and things that they're going to put in place. So you have to show, right, that first step. See, if you take a step, we'll take two. And as long as you're that person and you have a desire to take your business to platinum, maybe you have a desire to take your business to sapphire, maybe you have a desire to take your business all the way to diamond. If you're that person on the phone right now, what this group wants to do is actually create success within the entire company, because that's how you help heal the body of a company. Because when you think about a company is like a body. And if your hand is broke, your leg is broke, right, then that means that body isn't completely healed. And so we've got to heal the body of the company in order for us to really help that company not just go to $1 billion, but to help change lives all across the world. And I was just so blown away. And it didn't stop there, guys, because then they said, we want to film you. They wanted to film us, right? They said, because we just believe in this company. We believe in your mission, your vision. We believe in what you're doing. This is what we've been searching for, a story like this. And so they normally charge $850 an hour to film. Okay. I mean, not only did they cover our expenses for accommodations, guys, which was incredible just to see that they were serious about this. They were willing to put their dime out there before we had any agreements. We hadn't agreed on anything, okay? But just because they believed in the power of what we were doing. And so we had a chance to get everybody there on film, and we're going to be able to share that video soon, guys. But I was just so blown away. And I just know, our vision is so big, and we knew that God would give us the provision that we needed. We knew that those steps would continue to be ordered. We knew that we have the right team, and it's just a matter of locking forces with a few more people, making a few more adjustments so we can knock it out the park, guys, and take it to levels beyond your wildest dreams, guys. And so, yes, the meeting was life-changing. When we look back at this meeting, it's going to define the trajectory of our company, guys. It's going to define so many moments. And what's powerful is we've had these type of moments before that help get us from 1 million to 5 million to 10 million. And now we're on that next chapter, guys. And it starts in sections. So first thing we're going to do is 4X the company, right? That's the first thing we're going to do, is take the company sales by 4. And once we do that, and now we have that ability to take the money that's made through that, and now it's going to be reinvesting in the global market. And so there's going to be a few countries we open up. And then we're going to take the revenue in those companies by what? By 4. And as we continue to do that, it's going to lay the foundation for us to go from 10 to 30 to 60 to 100 to $250 million. There's a step-by-step process in which happens, and every step of the way is just a matter of working with people who've been there and done it. It's kind of like this. If you close your eyes and all you can see is your vision, and you're sitting there wondering, what is that next step, God? What is that next step? And you're praying, what is that next step? But you have a burning desire, right? You do the work, right? And that's the bottom line. We can have all the faith we want in the world, but what does it say? Faith without works, right, is dead, right? We've got to go out there and do the work, guys. And so we have the faith and we have the team that's willing to work for it. And so sometimes when you don't know exactly what is that next step, but then that provision comes because God starts ordering the steps. And so you walk by faith, right? You walk by faith, not by sight. And that's a lot of times what's happened in this business, guys. It's a walk by faith, but because we know the vision, right? We know that God's plan is not to harm us, right? It's not to hurt us, right? And so we're going to keep taking those steps. And then the next thing you know, this company not only is a healthy company going to hundreds of millions. But when you think about the people that they're coming to help, that's what warms my heart. The fact that they're saying, no, we want to go and not just be greedy and personally sign up thousands of people. No, we want to show the people what it is we do. We want to help them do what we do. We want to teach them so they can know what it is we do, because when they're healthy, then we can truly stand on stage and be excited. He said, in my last company, he said, one of the things that broke my heart, right, that hurt him so much, and you can just see his eyes and the frustration. He said, yeah, I personally signed up 3,500 people. He said, and yeah, I was paid millions of dollars. He said, but guess what? My team didn't win. He said, and I told myself I would never, ever be in a position where I ever do that. He says, I am all about helping the teams win. And that's what I want to do with your company. I want to help the team win. And that there was one of those moments in which we've heard a lot of people talk the talk, right? But we've never heard a person who's a master builder like that not be selfish, not be greedy, and said, we are in it for the entire team. And I'm like, wow, those of you who stayed faithful from the beginning, this is your moment, because we're going to now open up an invitation in August for our boot camp. See, the boot camp was supposed to happen in July, but things got changed around because, again, that's a part of God's bigger plan. There's something else happening in July that we're going to all plug into. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have this production, right? It's going to be so much fun, right? But the bottom line is now we're delaying the boot camp, and we're going to take the boot camp over to Virginia. We're going to take a bus. You can take a plane. Those of you on the East Coast, guess what? Some of you can drive like Cassie did. She drove up from Columbia, South Carolina, 4-hour drive. Stuckey drove from Florida, guys, from Florida. So here's what we're saying. All roads lead to Virginia. We'll have the specific dates. We'll have the specific details. But if you are ready to take your business to that next level, you don't want to miss this life-changing event where you're going to learn how to talk to people. We're going to have war rooms where you can come in that room. We're going to make phone calls, guys. We're going to help you build that multi-million business for those who desire to do that. For those of you who just desire to hit gold or platinum or hit sapphire, guess what? We can help you do that too, because it's step by step. We first have to dream at one level, and once that dream happens, then we dream at another level. I know when I was young, being raised in the projects, right, living paycheck to paycheck because my mom worked at a factory making comic books, my dream was for us to live in a trailer. And when that happened, eventually we moved out of the projects, and guess what? We got in that trailer. So you can't tell me that dreams aren't powerful. But then once we got in that trailer, guess what? The dream was for a home. And then guess what happened? We ended up in a home, guys, okay? But that's the way it works. It's step by step. Sometimes it's hard for you to dream to go diamond if you've never experienced sapphire, okay? So you have to start where you're at. And so what I want to do at this time, I know, Phyllis, Sylvia, Kathy, really, I know you guys are probably on this line. I know, Phyllis, you're definitely on the line. But what I want you to do is we want to take just a moment just to hear different perspectives, guys, because, again, they were all there. We were able to walk through that door together, okay, together, and see something we have never seen before. And it was even more than I could have ever dreamed, which is why God said, you got to wake up, okay? Because until you walk through this door, you don't even know what we have in front of you and the company, right? And so, Phyllis Nash, why don't you kick us off, okay? And just kind of tell them your excitement about what you experienced, about where we're going.
Okay. Now, you all have never heard me be this excited and this calm. It's because I don't want to miss anything. First of all, when she said it, that's me. Melissa's going, I'm going. It must be something great. And I could not have prepared myself, because the minute we walked in the door, the minute we sat down and met the gentleman, we learned something. It was a learning experience every time. We formed a bond at that event. It wasn't planned. The people that came, like she opened the invitation, whoever ended up who was there. But the point is, guys, that we will never be the same. We have a bond that has now been life changing. We know that we can go to the next level. We know that we have what it takes to go to that billion-dollar company. And it's a firm because when we formed the company, we always said a multi-billion-dollar company. And now we have resources to take it to the next level. And guys, you never dream that dreams are, you can never dream too big because this is another stage. This is another level in our end result. Every testimony, when you guys see that film that they shot, you know that God was in every heart and every word and every speech that was made during that time that they filmed. What we have and what all of you guys have looking ahead, and what he brought it down to, guys, if you want to be a pearl, if you want to get to sapphire, wherever your level is, you don't have to feel overwhelmed. You don't have to feel anywhere. You want to get that person where they need to be and then make them feel good. So whatever your goals are, guys, don't feel bad to share them. Like Melissa said, it might not be diamond. It might just be getting you some new customers. It might be getting to pearl, to sapphire. Open up and let your upline, your sponsor, help you, because that's what we learned this weekend. Everybody is important. Everybody is going to contribute. And like I said, I'll never be the same. The camaraderie that we have developed now, and it was there already, but we all know, and this is what this company is about, forming that culture and taking it, all of us, to the next level, to that multi-billion-dollar company. No matter what problems, issues come your way, you can do it if you keep your eye on the prize. And Melissa, as a leader, I want to give it to you. You are young enough to be my daughter, but a lot of times, you know, you've been the mama of all of us. And so I love that you continue to have the vision, that your mind is open, that you will always listen, because it will take us to places that we would never be, that we would never even imagine going. And I will be there cheering you on and backing you up. And guys, all of us can keep Melissa in your prayers every night, because she is here for greatness for all. And that's not just a pump up, that's real talk. Me looking at her all these 18 years. Back to you. I'll keep on going. Back to you, Melissa.
Wow, Phyllis, that is just, I mean, I'm just here. My heart is full. You know how much you mean to me and the impact you make, and the fact that together as a team, you make me better. And I think that's the power, guys. Find people that make you better, that have opposite strengths. I mean, Phyllis is our fearless leader, our fearless lion, right? Our lioness. And just because of your fearlessness and the way you attack life, the way you attack recruiting, I'm telling you what, I'm always in awe of you and what you're doing. So thank you for being who you are. Thank you for your transparency. And I'm just super excited, guys. So pumped up right now. And I know Kathy, Sylvia, Willie, not sure which one of you were able to hit star twice. So you can share just a little bit this morning, but I'll just open it up. You guys can take the floor if any of you are available to join us on this line.
I'm here, Melissa.
Hey, Kathy. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Driving in, being our transportation all around, just the superstar you are, our VP of Finance, our Emerald Director. I know you had to be there. I sent the message to you. I knew you were a quick drive over. Didn't know how quick it was, but I was so grateful you were able to make the journey with us, my girl. So go ahead and just tell them how it impacted you.
Blessed. I mean, that's the whole weekend. It was exciting. It was emotional. It was eye-opening. It was life-changing and life-affirming. It was so inspirational to see this man or this team. He brought a teammate with him. To see these successful people to see them express the vision that we have. Like, it is amazing to see somebody else see what you see in your thing, right? Because we are so much into the mix of everything. Sometimes we don't think that it's apparent to other people why we work so hard. But then to see someone who you've just met totally get it, jump in with both feet, and make commitment to help everybody, you couldn't help but be emotional unless you were stone cold dead. And nobody missed how incredible that was. All of us now have a bond, like Phyllis said, because we experienced this. We're definitely the Grateful Eight. That's what I call us, the Grateful Eight that were there. I'm so grateful that I got a chance to sit at the table with the big boys and girls. It's never happened to me before. I've never had this kind of experience, and I feel grateful. So thank you so much, because when you meet somebody, like I said, that can see the vision like you see it and then expand it, we got emotional because it was like, oh my God, not only do we believe this is going to happen, but it's going to happen. And that's an emotional moment when you get like, oh my goodness, I see the end of the rainbow. So thank you so much for what you do and who you are. And like I said, for opening up the opportunity to be there. So appreciate you. Back to you.
Wow, Kathy, I hear someone else out there. I think that might be Mooney before I move. Is that you, Mooney?
It's Sylvia. I'm sorry.
That's Sylvia. No, that's okay. That's okay. I heard someone. So that's awesome. Well, Sylvia, Kathy, that was so powerful, and you're so right. It's like the moment in which you really realize, wow, this is actually happening, right? It's like the goosebumps come, the tears come. And so, Sylvia, it was so awesome having you there. You were one of the people that had the boldness to say, hey, I want to be there, okay? And I'm telling you what, when God tells you to move, and you did. And Sylvia is not only a director for our customer service, but she's also an Emerald director in our company. So she's also a leader moving her business to 5-star diamond. So go ahead, Sylvia, take it away.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Melissa. You know, I have been excited since the time I heard you last Monday on the call. I mean, I just have been really, really excited because I knew what was getting ready to happen. And then when I thought about it in your dreams, I was like, you all know Melissa, she's our CEO, but she's also directly, and we all are, but she is definitely connected with God, and she's definitely open, and she can definitely hear him speak to her. And that's a great thing. Everybody can't do that. You know, we all have those voices in us, and we think that we're doing whatever, but the voices are different voices, and we don't always follow them. But Melissa follows what she hears, and I am very thankful for that. Because of that, that has put us in a position that's going to make this company, this nation, so awesome and so great. It's going to change lives. It's going to change families. It's going to change the world. Can you believe this? And then, hey, God said, okay, Melissa asked for it. She's in my hands now. I'm going to send her what she needs. And this man steps into our company through 3 people down. I mean, he comes in through another person that just joined the company, and he knows nothing about the company. He pays for our trip there. He welcomes us. He pours into us, and he says to us, I have never in my life, and I've been around a long time, I'm old as dirt, I have never in my life met a group like you all. He said, you all are so together. You all are farther along than any other major company out there because of your camaraderie, because of your bond, because of that bond that has been built. So y'all, I'm telling you now, hold on to whatever you can hold on to. Do whatever this training tells you to do, because you all are in a very sweet spot. You're in the spot where if you continue, if you work, if you do as you train, you're going to be a millionaire. I promise you that. Just hold on. And I just want to thank Melissa Boston, because And I do also, I agree with Phyllis. Let's just pray for her because she truly, truly, truly has that connection with God, and she will take us to that trillion, billion dollar company. Back to you, Melissa.
Wow, Sylvia, that just gave me
Hey,
goosebumps. I mean, you are so powerful and blessed, and I'm just loving where your business is going and the leadership that I'm seeing from you and how you're leading your team. And I hear Mooney out there too. Is that Mooney? Diamond
yeah,
Mooney?
it's me.
Oh my
Great
goodness,
morning,
yes.
great morning, great morning. Oh wow, I
Great
had
morning.
even said good morning. I saw my wife this morning, gave her a wave and a hey babe, but I hadn't really talked. But um, Melissa, I just want to praise God for your obedience. Um, it's so amazing because you see movies, um, you see how things happen with certain people, and you see yourself in a movie, but it's not you. And so I felt that you have been so. I've been in this big movie called Akana, and the things that I've been experiencing have been for a first time, all like a lot of first time experiences. Because I never saw myself in a movie, but I dreamed, and I just praise God that He has a plan, and we've been watching that plan unfold for 4 years. And this weekend felt like the big, like just a big movie. And I saw myself in the middle of it with such a most powerful team, so such powerful leaders, not a respecter person. And then the person who got us there, I was like, oh my God, am I hearing? I had to question, am I hearing what I'm hearing for what he was laying out and what he was speaking it to and how he affirmed you. Yeah, in the ministry, affirmation goes a long way. The prophetic word goes a long way. You know, you hear somebody say something and you almost got question. A lot of times we question, is this true? Is this really happening? So, you know, you hear words like, I'm going to take you here and I'm going to take the company here and I'm going to work with everybody. We're going to make this so simple for the baby boomers, for the elders. We're going to make this so simple for the person that really has dreamed real hard and they don't know how and they feel like they're in a corner somewhere and they can't get out. Provisional care. We're going to make provisional care possible for everybody. That's everything that I heard. And I'm sitting there like, wow, I'm a recipient of everything that this God sent man and these God sent men are saying. And identifying this is a company that is not, hasn't had many men at all. So the three men that was there, we were we kind of huddled, Melissa. It was like, okay, be prepared because we're in a movie and this ain't real, but it was real. Everything positive happened. Nothing negative happened. We didn't hear anything negative. So although being prepared and doubting, we're like, wow, this really is about to happen and through such a genuine heart that says, I want to help and being in all transparency, telling us all his mistakes and we being able to verify and being able to verify that the producer of this movie has been through a lot and they're showing us where they come from, but they're showing us where they have been and laying out all resources and tools. So I just want to thank you, Melissa, for being obedient. I want to thank you for being a vessel of God, an intercessor, and all of these things. You are a David to take us to a new place. You are Moses, and I just thank you for it. Although you're blood type A positive, man, I just love that God uses you as if you were the first. Thank you.
Wow, Mooney. I tell you what, you guys being there meant so much too, because like you said, it's always in the beginning it was four of us as women, and you were the first man, Lab, of course, to join forces with Beverly, but just to really kind of say, I'm going to do this, okay? And it takes one to be bold enough for the rest to start coming. And look at what's happening. It's every step that was ordered along the way that was so critical to this moment, because had we not had that first encounter in June around Father's Day, Well, you bought that one little thing of gummies for $20 and was skeptical, but God gave you also, that fortitude to say yes and to join us and to be that bold man to say, hey, I'm going to go out there and pioneer a path for men, and look what's happened. And now, like you said, the tsunami is coming. So this has been a powerful call, you guys. I got goosebumps. I'm sitting here just listening and reliving now what we experienced together. I do have just a couple of announcements. There is one little correction. I'm looking at this Memorial Day promo, and they actually were able to program it in this way, guys. So the discount's going to go all the way up to $600, okay? So they can spend up to $600. If you're having someone that needs to sign in with a $199 or a $399, make sure they do it with that sign up button. They can't buy it in the shopping area. They have to do it when they hit that key. So do it from the beginning, because those packs are disabled inside of the shopping center. If you have any questions, call customer service. They'll be able to help you. So now the discount, the way it's going to work, it's going to go from $50. So it has to be a minimum of $50, guys. Okay, hear me out. A minimum of $50, okay, is what the rule is. So anywhere from $50 to $600, they're going to receive a 30%. I can't believe they got a 30% discount. And that's going to happen today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, all the way up to the end of the month, guys. So push that. I'm now heading to South Dakota this weekend. So just know that as we went from Virginia, this same conversation takes us all the way over to South Dakota, okay? So I'm going to be heading to South Dakota this weekend. That's going to be amazing. I'm going to be walking on the farm, guys. So yes, there's a farm. We're going to have Wakanna Valley, okay, Wakanna Science, okay? This thing is about to go crazy, right? So I'm going to be heading to South Dakota. I know Phyllis and Christian, you want to plug in to Louisiana. They're going to bring that 420 lifestyle tour to Louisiana this weekend. I believe it's going to be there in Lafayette. So you want to make sure you plug into that. Check out Facebook for the details for the lineup with Dr. Kim Dotrieve and her phenomenal team. You guys want to support that if you're in driving distance. I know right now everybody's rebounding, okay? I started my morning off by doing what? I get my jumps in, because it's good to get that lymphatic system moving, guys. So rebound with Wakanna. We got to change that to Wakanna. And then at 2:30 p.m., save our strands. So join Dr. Mosley, okay? Doris Mosley, our trichologist. I said, doctor, well, I'm claiming it for you, Doris, okay? SaveOurStrands.com. 7:30 p.m., make sure you join the corporate Zoom. And these are central time zones, guys. And then, of course, tomorrow, you want to make sure you wake up and you are on our Diamond Factory. I mean, there's so much more I can share, guys, but we are out of time. And so with that being said, I want you to have an Wakanna day. We're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. And thank you, Mooney. Thank you, Kathy, Sylvia, Phyllis. Thank you for contributing to today's call. And also to Moshi, Jesus Soriano, and Steve Stuckey. Thank you, guys. We're going to see you soon at the top. Bye-bye for now.